Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Muhammad Khairil bin Latif. Today, my group will present about our project. My group members are Eric, Zikril, Ponela, Nada, and Halima. First, I will explain about abstract for this project. Gumantong Cave in Kinabatangan is the largest natural bird rearing cave to produce bird nests, where there are 27 cave systems for natural bird rearing, with another 2 caves located at Madai Cave and Stoneweg in Kwamut. The bird nests obtained from Gumantong Cave are white and black bird nests. There are 34 species of kite worldwide, and in Sabah there are 6 species. The study site that's been chosen based on the topography and the quantity of animal life there. The cave full of the precious swiftness and very high in price. The sampling design that's being applied was setting up transect. Other species also being recorded for ancillary data.
The selected animal species is swallows, and the selected site is Gumantong Cave. Swallows have small features, short bills, and pointed narrow wings. In most species, swallows are almost similar for both male and female. Different species are identified by its differences of plumage pattern. Some species have strong homing instinct, while some are active in long-distance migration. For the observation, setting up a transect line with an area of 20 meters is chosen. Points are made from the beginning with distance 5 meters each until the finishing point. Swallows' nests are finest ancient Chinese delicacies served as royalty dishes back in the days, and now swallows' nests are popular as an additional supplement due to its health benefits properties. Swallows' nests contain glycoprotein, amino acid, EGF, and enzymes. It acts as an energizer, boosting immunity, have anti-aging properties, and relieve digestion and constipation. It is beneficial to all groups of ages, including pregnant women.
Sampling design and techniques that been used was setting up transect. Briefly, the transect made up using the flagging tape and being put from the start until the finishing point, where the longest line being divided into 5 points and 5 meters for each point. Then, the bullseye target for 20 meters transect being applied at the center of the point. Normally, the equipments that we need to do these surveys are pen, pencils, book, compass, map, flagging tapes, and also the binocular. Otherwise, the data sheets need to be prepared earlier before we come to the site. The ancillary data for another species from the site need to be taken, as the data will be used for further results. And also, it helps to gain more knowledge. The pictures or video can be taken as a proof for the presentation of the report.
For the result in this project, for 2 weeks' time, we will be recording the number of individual birds or any wildlife in the cave using the suitable method. For random sampling method, we record the number of individual bird or any other wildlife using binocular and according to their calls or visual. And for few weeks, we using this method for the time given. The small insect inside the caves are really high in population abundancy, mainly because there was their source of food inside the cave. Insects such as cockroach and small beetles eats on guano deposits. After conducting the experiment with point count method, we will put an order to animals that has the most high rating sites to the lowest using this method. We will also try to identify the species of the bird, as this will take time because it requires people that specialize on birds. We will also identify which of the birds that falls into the category of resident bird and migratory birds. Resident bird means the bird is breeding and stay in the same area or location throughout the year and does not migrate, whereas migratory bird will not stay in the same location and keeps on migrating. According to the point count method, there are two assumptions for it to be reliable on estimation density. Birds that are directly on the point are always detected at their initial location prior to any movement in responsive to be observer. Distance are measured accurately or objects are correctly counted in the proper distance interval. At the end of all the data collected and calculated for few weeks of observing, we will calculate the bird population or any other wildlife with the specific field area are divided into even grid sections, and the specific wildlife in one section are counted as close to individually as possible. Multiplying this count by the number of grid sections in the flock can give a reasonable estimate of the total number of birds and other wildlife. For the third method that we use, camera trapping method, we planning on setting up 6 or 7 camera inside the cave for the time given, which is about 10 or 11 hours set up. Camera trapping method are relatively cheap to buy and deploy. It is highly reliable. It also doesn't require highly specialist skills to deploy. It is relatively safe for both fauna and project staff in comparison to animal handling. However, camera traps do have limitation in what they use for, and if they are not deployed or set up correctly, it can yield poor and misleading research results and cause harm to fauna. As we all knew that, camera trapping comes with a variety of trigger speed. The time lapse between when an object enters the sensor range and when the photograph is taken. Camera traps are capable of collecting large volumes of image data, particularly when arrays of cameras are deployed for several weeks at a time. When we're setting up camera at each site, we will record the site code, camera code, and data onto a site datasheet.
This is the expected research budget for the project. As you can see, the total price is 12,711 ringgit and 8 cents. Most of the costs are expected to be used on the fuel to drive to the site.
Next is the Gantt chart. This is the timetable for the completion of the assignment. The time taken for research objective planning is longer than expected, but other than that, we managed to roughly follow the schedule to finish the assignment in time.
That is all for our presentation. Thank you for listening.